Yeah.
Like I had my own DJ set.
Yeah,
And I brought Ice Spice out. Crazy.
You brought Ice Spice to Toronto for the first time.
Yeah, brought it for the first time, and it was our first festival.
Viral. All right, welcome back to Richdiet Podcast, the platform that enriches the culture. I'm your host, Aaron Bills.
Zico, you already know.
One of the most anticipated episode of 2026. Yo. Our guest today, man, he's
from the ends.
He's from the ends, but like this guy wears so many hats. Yeah. He's a pioneer when it comes to this entertainment. Toronto scene. He's been shaking things up. Worked with the biggest of the biggest.
The best.
The best of the best. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's an author too. He's an author. He's a DJ.
Yep.
Guy who's just multiverse, who can just, bridge different communities and bring them together. I want to give a warm welcome to the podcast, Charlie B.
Welcome.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, of course, man.
Appreciate the introduction, man.
I tried. I wrote something down earlier, but I was like, I know it's gonna be so formal. I was like, let me just do it my way and just figure out how to spice it up.
It's always better from the heart, right?
Yeah, exactly. How you feeling today, man?
I'm good, man. I'm glad to be here.
Good. First thing first, Happy New Year.
Yep, Happy New Year.
Well.
Yeah.
When do we stop saying Happy New Year, though?
I don't
That's
know.
a good question.
I think the end of January.
End of January, yeah.
I think that's like the cut. That's like Christmas, It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Or when you throw out your tree, because I've been seeing a whole bunch of trees in the dump, like people throwing out their trees.
I mean, I feel like after the first week of January, I gotta get rid of the Christmas tree, What's your honest take on Toronto talent level versus the infrastructure support system?
I think that we have world-class talent here. That's like a given when it comes to producers, when it comes to artists, artistry, which is why, if you think about it, we have the biggest artists in the world. I'd say it. I'm not even saying it because we're from here.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's more or less just the media aspect of it, where it's a lot of the big media lives in America.
True.
Yeah, of course.
True. Whether if you're looking at the hip hop space, there's On the Radar. If you're looking at and I can't even say hip hop because On the Radar does everything. But I'm saying beyond that, you have Colors that was in Berlin, for example. Yep. That's worldwide. Everyone can see that.
Yeah.
But I think that it's we don't have any of that over here. We have a few things.
We have Richdiet.
Yeah. We have Richdiet.
Yeah.
We've got
we have a few activations.
Yeah. We've got Hot Freestyle. We have Extra Gravy.
Yeah.
We've got
rappers.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah. There's a bunch. You got Players Podcast. There's a whole bunch of things.
Yeah.
Of course, Toronto rappers and then the Six Buzz and the Keepsakes.
The blogs.
Yeah. Toronto culture. You got a whole bunch, but I feel like it's more or less the media beyond that.
True.
Where it's we don't have enough media here. We have great programs in terms of the Remix Project. We have the grant system is amazing here.
Yes.
But
did you see that commercial, the Skip commercial with Seth Rogen?
Yeah.
He mentions that. He's not Canadian, is he? He's American, I believe. So
Seth Rogen?
When I seen that,
Seth Rogen.
Yeah, when I seen he's they did a Skip commercial.
Oh, Skip the Dishes.
And they're talking about grants because they're in Canada. We should go to Canada because they give out grants.
They give out grants.
That's hilarious. Anyways,
But there's a lot of actors that are from here too that they probably know.
Right.
Probably just trolling.
Yeah.
But there's a lot. There's a lot of good things happening. I just think that. It's just that, and also just having more managers, educated managers. Because I find working on the A&R side, for example, I learned something that was really, really real to me was you need managers that know what they're doing.
True.
If you don't have a good manager, I can't work with you.
Yeah.
It's not going to work because I think that there's more to the music. There's way more to the music. You have to kind of work hand in hand with the management and the artist to help build that story.
Exactly, yeah.
It's got to be very compelling for it to work.
Right.
Yeah.
What's your take on most of these some guys I'll come across and they're they have a catalog of 20, 30 songs, but they're holding on to it to release it because what's your take? Are you saying just put it out and see what happens, or are you saying or would you say that they should build a strategy around it?
You know what? I feel like the story doesn't start until you have a hit. So if you can sit there and record 100 songs, I mean, it depends on what you're doing. If you're developing an artist for them to find themselves, let's make 100 songs. Let's develop you musically for a whole year. Yeah. And then you're going to be able to find yourself. But I feel like your story doesn't begin until you have a hit. Because nobody cares. Yeah. Think about it. Think about artists that have made music, like Sabrina Carpenter. She's made music for 10, 12 years. And she only got it popping within the last few years.
Yeah.
But again, it's she had to keep putting out music to get to that point. And I feel like
have a hit.
A lot of people now want to quit before they start. Oh, I dropped 3-4 pieces of content. It didn't work. I'm done. But like that's not the mentality that you need to have.
Yeah.
If you want to make it, you got to be part of that 1%. You know.
Yeah. It's like Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey was just pumping out music, and then recently became mainstream famous, right?
There you go. Like you have Nipsey, you have Russ.
Yeah.
Like me and Russ talk all the time.
Yeah.
Russ will tell me like, the amount of music that he was putting out was
he
intense.
pumps out music.
Yeah.
And he's like pro independent because he's kind of against the labels because he say like the labels always take advantage of the artists or shelve them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he's always like pushing that agenda, like, yo, you guys should stay independent, especially if you know what you have, right? So I salute Russ based on what he's pushing.
Yeah, I mean, he tried it. You know, he did sign to a label before.
He did. And
it wasn't the best experience for him. And listen, I mean, look how successful he is.
He is.
He's saying things that make sense. You know?
Yeah, he's selling out arenas and going crazy all around the world.
Yeah.
He said something recently too about Rock Nation publishing deal about how they're giving out they're taking 15%, but they're only giving out 85%.
Yeah.
What's your take on that?
Wait. Say they're giving 15 and they're taking 85.
No. They let you have 85. They're doing
and they're taking 15.
15,
Sorry, okay.
but they're doing distribution. So they're sort of like the TuneCore DistroKid.
Yeah.
What's your take on that? You think that's a lot? Or you think that's reasonable?
I guess it depends, right? Like I think 15% is just a base distro deal.
True.
Like they're gonna do the regular pitching and so forth, but it's not really, they're not adding the services to it. Because if you think about it, like they'll do a base distro for a certain percentage, but if they can see the potential in you, they'll offer you the services on top of that.
True.
Where it's like they're not going to give you label services, but essentially they're going to help you, not to that extent, but they're gonna do more than they're doing with base distro. But it could be looked at two different ways. Some people could look at it as opportunity and it works for them. For some, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's entitled to how they feel.
It's like the real estate commission. So whenever we sell something, we have to give the broker a cut, and it's like sometimes it could be 80-20, it could be 50-50 sometimes, depending on your thing, right?
But this is actually more crucial because like I understand Russ' position because he's a popping artist. He's built his fan base. So for him to give out 15% is a lot, right?
Yeah.
And mind you, they're just distributing your music to these streaming platforms.
Yeah.
Which they're not providing the services, but like he said. So it's a bit of a lot. Like,
but I get it because it's the same thing with real estate. They're what do they do as a broker? They're not really they're not doing anything for me. I got the client myself. I sold the house myself, or I helped them buy the house. I marked it, right? Yeah. And I have to give them 20% or 10% or even 5% for using just the name. It's Remax, RollaPage.
But you know what? Like even if I can chime in here in terms of like even throwing events. I remember throwing events at venues where I didn't have to pay them anything to rent the room because their bar was going to make the money.
True.
So it was very hard for me to get to this next level and scale my events bigger to do parties at venues that wanted money. Because I was like, why am I paying you to rent this room when I know you're going to make over $100,000 at the bar? Like, give me some grace here, bro. Like, let me make some bread, you know? But I think that it was more or less understanding that, like, if I thought about it too much, I just wouldn't do it.
Right.
This is just the way it is. So you're going to have to pay a room rental. We're going to take $3 off your tickets that you sell, and we're going to take all the bar.
Wow.
But again, when you look at the grand scheme, it's like imagine the bills that they have to pay.
Yeah.
It's to me, it still doesn't really add up. But but you know, everyone has their thing.
Because that's like you're talking about like brick and mortar. Like you're actually like they have physical expenses, whereas like. Not to say that, a record label doesn't have brick and mortar. Yeah, they do because they have offices for their admin staff to do whatever they got to do. But I don't know. How much are you willing to lose, right, or give up to somebody else?
And that's
pushing a button.
But that's the thing. Rock Nation knows their value. They're a name brand. They're not just any other like label. They're the biggest, right? So.
But you never know, right? Like you could do a distro deal with Rock Nation, let's just say. But then you might be able to get in touch with the network that you wouldn't be able to before. True. If you go to their offices in New York, for example, you might bump into somebody. Like you might be able to do those things. So again, it's like
you might just bump into Ho.
Yeah. I mean, you never know.
Would you take the $500K or the Hove interview, the Hove meeting?
The whole dinner?
Yeah, the Hove
$500K or a dinner with Jay-Z?
Man, that's a good question. That's a good question. I mean, listen, I think it depends kind of where I'm at. Like right now.
Yeah.
I mean, with the economy? No, I'm kidding.
Taking out $500K.
No. I definitely, I don't know. It'd be a very last minute decision for me.
Fair.
It's tough because you think about it, right? Like, look how successful he is, man.
Yeah.
Look how successful you've come, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. But I feel like there's still a long way to go.
Of course, yeah.
With anything that you do, I think that like, and that's great that you're saying that because I feel like that's one thing that I'm embracing now, where it's like you got to embrace the success you've had.
Of course.
Instead of always just chasing that next move.
Yeah.
True.
And I've been able to kind of ground myself more and be more self-aware to understand, like, okay, like, be proud of what you've been able to do, because what you've been able to do, some people dream to do.
Yeah.
dream-
Just like I dream to do what someone else is doing. Like,
Yeah.
People look up to you, man. Like from what you've been doing, all your success. And one of your major success is you started from 2009. You started I Love R&B, which is like a semi-annual event that happens in the city.
Yeah, 3 times a year. Yeah.
3 times.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
3 times of the year,
Yeah.
you put on these I Love R&B, very nostalgic, bunch of 2000 R&B vibes. You bring out some of the biggest names. Like the last one, you had Lloyd.
Yeah.
You had Kehlani.
Yeah.
Yo, tell us about that whole movement.
Well, I think from the start of this interview here too, like, I was always big on music and community. But when it came to events, I was like, okay, how could I put music, community, and strategy together and make an impact, like real impact? So I was like, okay, cool. Like 2009 hit, and I'm like, okay, like I find that the R&B that I like playing is no one's playing it anymore.
Phasing out, yeah.
And I'm like, but there's a community that really likes it or loves it. And I was like, man, like, how do I keep this running? And at the time, I was still throwing events, and I was like, okay, like, I had this party. It was called Infatuation. Like, I don't even know what I was thinking. But anyway, there was a traffic light party, right?
Yeah.
In the States. So I used to go on this website, talkingnewyork.com, to see some of their ideas. But anyway, they had a traffic light party where it was like, wear red if you're taken, yellow if you're unsure, and green if you're single kind of vibe. So I'm like, how do I do this where I can just turn it into like a love thing? Like, so we call this Infatuation. And we just had a bunch of weird names. Anyway, so I was throwing those parties and so forth, and I had like weekly parties running. Like, I remember during a time, like, I was running a Sunday night party downtown on Richmond, and we were doing 1,000 people every Sunday.
On a Sunday.
On a Sunday. Long weekends, we're doing 1,300 people.
That's impressive.
I was also throwing a one-off party that had nothing to do with my weekly, literally a 5-minute walk away from that weekly. And we were doing 800-900 people there on long weekend Sundays.
Wow.
And I was DJing a party the same night. So like every long weekend, it'd be like I have my Sunday weekly that does 1,300 people. Plus I have another generation that I'm building up that's going to do another 1,000 people. Plus I'm DJing a gig and getting money there. So like I was trying to make it work.
Where were you when I had the lounge, man?
Yeah.
This guy had a lounge before.
Oh yeah, you did? What was it called?
Shisha 7 Lounge.
Okay, that sounds familiar.
On Western and like Highway 7 area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I mean, that was back then, but I think that coming back to what you're talking about, I think what I Love R&B was just something where I just felt like as a DJ and a music lover, especially that being my favorite genre of music, I didn't want that to kind of die out.
True.
So I said, okay, how can I start something, even if we build it small, but we have to build a community of people that love that genre of music, which I knew so many people love that genre.
Yeah, which is like everyone that grew up in that 2000 R&B, even 90s R&B.
90s,
yeah.
And it was just like, okay, cool. Like, how do we do that? So I essentially figuring out what name, like, what do we call this thing? How do we do this? Anyway, we got the name together. I said, okay, I'm going to throw this party. And it started with 50 people.
Wow.
And we did it at a lounge on Richmond. It was called Toyka.
Okay.
And at the time, I had partnered with 2 other people, one of the guys I went to college with. And after that, I said, okay, cool. Like, we did a party. 50 people showed up. But the 50 people loved it. And I remembered, I was like, listen, every time, like, I'd be known as a DJ where in the middle of the party, I'd just start playing slow jams. Like in the middle, just didn't care.
Not at the end to get them all out.
Like, no. But I would just say, I would make sure that the MC at the time would make sure he has the right speech.
True.
Be like, yo, don't tell them the party's over. Just let them know we're doing it for the ladies and da-da-da-da. Like, who loves R&B? And I'd play like an Usher or Chris Brown or whoever it may be at the time. But yeah, essentially, I was like, okay, well, it worked at these parties. Let me try to do this over here. And then 50 people showed up, and then it went from 50 to 300, 300 to 600. And then we kind of hovered around 600-700 people for a while. And then, yeah, like I went from 600 to 1,000 in 2022. And mind you, this brand's been going for the last 15 plus years.
Yeah. 15 years.
And then we went from 1,000 to 3,000.
Wow.
And that was in 23 when I brought Keisha Cole. And
yeah.
that was like, whoa, like that was
major.
Yeah, where did you host? Like, how can you host so many people standing?
I mean, so essentially, like, I always pushed this event as a party with a performance. So people would get bottle service, and and it was always just like the performance is just an added bonus to the party.
Yeah.
I don't want people to think like, well, who are you bringing next? Like, I always hated that. It was
yeah. Because
this is
does
about
it add more pressure to you? Because you're like, you're going through your contact. Who do I know? It's like,
that, but all because remember the exchange rate is insane as well.
Yeah.
you gotta pay
You
these
can't
guys
tell,
in USD.
Hey, like, 50,000 USD is like 70 Canadian. They're like, yeah, I don't care. Like, I live in America. What are you telling me?
Yeah.
But I think that it came to a point where I was like, okay, I'm gonna make this jump. And like, obviously, me, my business partner, and our team, and one of my mentors was like, look, like, you guys got to do this. And like, I'm not taking all the credit at all. Like, I think it was a group effort with me and the team. And we ended up doing this event at Rebel, first time going to Rebel, and you go from like a $10,000 budget to like $100,000 budget.
Big jump, yeah.
And like, it's the first time you're doing this. Wow, I was like, okay, like, we're gonna make this jump, and we brought Keisha Cole, and I hit her up and I said, Keisha, look, like, I need you to do me a solid. And because I had a relationship with her,
sick.
She's like, Charlie, I promise you we're going to make this work. And then the rest was history, because after that, like, if we never brought Keisha Cole for I Love R&B at Rebel, we wouldn't have had a Mario. We wouldn't have had a Music Soul Child and Bobby V. You wouldn't have had a Lloyd. You wouldn't have had a Maya. None of these things would have happened.
Yeah.
But, more and more, I think that the more you grow mentally and spiritually and kind of being more self-aware, you understand that, like, if you don't do this shit now, you're never going to do it.
You're going to regret it. Like, I could have done this. What if this? What if that? So
you can't even think about, like, if you know what you want to do, you got to block the outside noise. You get the opinions from out there. People are going to be like, oh, I don't think you should do it. Oh, da-da-da. It's like, if I listened to those people, we wouldn't be sitting here right now.
Exactly.
Like, and I wouldn't be here saying, okay, like, this is what I've been able to do. Mm-hmm. Like, I guess we're all here, and you come into this world the way you leave, really. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you come into this world alone and you go alone, and it's like you want to be able to create legacy pieces for yourself
and make impact.
Impact,
yeah.
100%.
And honestly, talking about one of the major biggest artists right now, you brought here recently was Kehlani.
Yeah.
And you partner up with Ink.
Yeah.
In the summertime at Cabana. How was that whole process?
But I feel like that's network too, right? If you think about it, it's like, so I'm throwing events at their venues. Yeah. Right? And they're seeing what I'm able to pull, what I'm able to do collectively with the team. But I feel like they had come to me and said, okay, Charlie, we know you book talent. We're looking for someone on this date.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool. Like, who can I book that can match their programming? That's another thing, right? You could bring a totally extreme left, or you could book something that works or something that's extreme right. So essentially, it's like, I know what the market that goes to Cabana on Saturday.
You're a curator, so you know how to curate.
So you go to the party, you check it out. So what I do is I go to the party on a Saturday and say, okay, all right, this is the vibe. Okay, cool. What can I add to this? But have like real execution.
Right.
Having, kind of clear communication with Ink. So, going back and forth, we're bouncing different ideas, different names. And then I started looking online and I saw that Kehlani was doing these nightclub performances in Vegas. I said, okay, she's doing live in Vegas, and she's really touching the community because people are really loving that. They're not seeing an artist.
Shout out to her, man.
No,
I see her like, she's so tapped in with people. I love it. Like, that's so nice.
And she's very personable with people.
Very,
And the thing is with her, like, I had a great relationship with her management for such a long time and so forth. Like, I've been going to her shows for the last 10 years. So I built a relationship over the years with her manager, and like I had hit him up and I said, hey, like, I don't know if you guys are on this vibe right now, but I saw that she's done a couple performances at Live in Vegas, and she's really touching the community. Like, how do you feel about her doing something like that in Toronto? But again, it was like, I had to make sure you understood what, first thing was like, where is it? Of course.
Right. Yeah.
But again, it's like, Charlie, we trust you. I've known you for a long time. You're not going to put me in the wrong room.
Who was saying this? Charles Caboth?
No. So that's, we're talking about two different people. So I'm talking about Kehlani's
management.
So that's one side.
That's one. But Ink is another.
So I had to get him to believe first.
Okay.
So it's like, okay, these are the people that they've brought over the last couple of years. And they had like artists from like Floyd Mayweather to Pauly D to a whole bunch of different genres and different whatever. I said they had Party Next Door last year, whatever. I showed him some of the clips and so forth, and then he's like, all right, let me think about it. Then I went back to Ink, and obviously Charles is like the main.
He's the GOAT.
The real GOAT.
The real GOAT, yeah.
But again, like it's more or less dealing with his team, right?
True.
And like I sold them on it. I said, look, man, like, but it took me a while to really, like, I had to think about it for a good 72 hours on how I was gonna approach the situation. And I said, listen, like, I have someone that's gonna do it. You just have to trust me on it. And then, before I went to them, I got the green light from Kehlani's team, and I went back to them and said, hey, Kehlani can do it. She's available. This is a tag. but just trust me on this.
Yeah.
And then I helped them curate the event, and the event had about 4,000 people.
Wow.
People had a great time, and also during that time, Folded was just getting warm.
The hottest track out.
But I'm telling you, when it came out, I knew it was.
Yeah. You
And
knew it, right?
that was the A&R DJ ear.
Yeah.
I heard the song for the first time, and I said, "This is a hit."
This is a hit.
And honestly, if they don't make it a hit, there's a problem.
Yeah.
Because this is just going to really break through and it's going to hit. But the biggest thing was the community was all over it. All the artists were all over it from the 90s
Everyone,
to
yeah.
2000s. Da, da, da. But this is even prior to that even happening.
True. It was actually prior to actually that song being like the number one on like
It
all
was
the
just
playlists.
getting warm.
It was just warming up. You're right.
Like just Kehlani fans.
Yeah.
And music lovers and people that know music
R&B
knew
lovers,
that.
yeah.
Yeah. And there you go. She ended up coming to the... And by the way, she performed the song and everyone knew the words.
Wow.
Everybody knew the words. And then...
Wow.
all these media pages picked it up. Big media pages picked it up. And even the videographer that I hired to get content, she got famous off of it.
Wow.
She's seeing people in Toronto like, hey, I saw you on Kehlani's thing. I saw, da, 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 you know? So, it was great. It was kind of great to reconnect with her again and her team. And no, that went well. But again, it's all based on clear communication, trust, and having proper execution, being professional.
Yeah.
Very important.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Professional,
Yeah.
yeah,
Shout
for
out to
sure.
her, man. Like I said, she's super humble. She's like, I see her on Instagram. Love it.
Yeah,
No,
she shows
100%.
love to all the
Yeah,
like
man.
the people who reenact
Local, like you
her
said,
song.
community.
Younger artists.
Younger
Yeah,
artists.
that's
Repost
awesome.
people, yeah.
Yeah.
But again, it's like it's community, right? Building community,
yeah,
not
100%.
not being like having them feel like you're too big to do certain things.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm too
Yeah,
big
yeah.
of an artist to show love to the community.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
One of my favorite, I guess I would say your A&R or collab that you did was that song you did with Northside Benji.
Yeah, 30,000 feet
up.
Yeah.
Bro, I have that song always on repeat.
Yeah, that was
30,000 feet
another
up.
that was another
Banger.
thing. I remember us, putting that song together. I remember pulling up to the studio, and I remember I was with the producer prior to that, just going through different beats on how do we really like make some impact here. It was during COVID, and I came to the studio and I said, "Look, man, this is the one. I'm telling you right now, this just
your
gives
ears. You
me
just
it just
knew.
gives me a
Yeah.
feeling
Yeah.
that I know that you can really do this beat justice, and this could be something."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Okay." So I pressed play. I was looking at him, and he's like, I don't know. And then I played a second beat. He's like, "I don't know." And then he's like, "All right, we'll come back to it." I'm like, "All right." So he started recording more music. And I was just in the room, chilling out, And then I think it was like 2:00 in the morning. He goes, "Yo, Charlie, tell the engineer to pull that beat back up."
Sick.
And then he pulled that beat back up, and we got the hook, and we got the first verse.
Wow.
And after that, I was like, "Whoa! Like this is good."
This
Started
is
sending
fire.
it to my peers, and I'm like, my friend group, like, "Hey, what do you think of this?" Sent it to some people in the industry. What do you think of the song so far? They're like, "Yo, this is hitting." And I remember vividly, I'd had a conversation with him after, and I said, "Listen, Benji, like, you have to do a second verse on this song." And he's like, "Bro, I don't want to do a second verse. Like, why?" I'm like, just do an 8-bar verse. Give me a
8-bar,
set.
yeah.
I don't even want a 12 or a 16. Just give me an 8 and I'm blessed. Like,
Just sauce it up a bit more.
yeah. And then we went to Cherry Beach, and like this was maybe like a couple weeks later. And then he recorded that 8-bar, and boom, that was it. We put the song out.
Damn.
Like, it was the #1 song played in Toronto at a certain point.
It was.
I had got my first billboard. Like, it was huge, man.
Crazy.
And you know what?
Major.
So it's almost safe to say like you're like the DJ Khaled of like Canada. Pretty
Yeah,
much,
He is,
you
he
know?
is. He's
Yeah,
being
like,
humble. He's
you're
being
humble,
humble.
Yeah,
buddy,
I mean, but I think that if you look at all my inspirations,
yeah.
Khaled is one of them.
Yeah.
DJ
Yeah.
Drama is one of them.
Yeah,
DJ Envy is one of them.
yeah.
DJ Clue, like these are the guys that have paved the way, right?
Yeah.
True.
And then there's guys in Canada, of course, but I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
that like I'd travel to see these guys live just because I wanted to see.
Their impact. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
seeing
yeah.
their impact and kind of seeing how the community feels in person.
True.
You can only see so much online. When you get to
Online,
see
yeah.
it in person, you're like, whoa, like
It's
I can
just-
bring this energy back to where I'm from.
It's
Right,
inspiring. Like you see that, you go see DJ Drama, like
Yeah.
host an event, and everyone's like Cannon. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yo,
Cannon.
how can I twist that up and bring that
Yeah,
back to
all
my
the
city?
Gangster Girls mixtapes that Drama did.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yo, that's a legend, man. But I
Yep.
feel like for me, it was just like, yeah, how do I find a way to essentially like take all of these people that I'm inspired by and
Yeah.
like build my own platform or build my own brand? Like,
Yeah.
what are they doing that I can do? but add my own drip or my own sauce to it.
Own sauce to it. But
Yeah.
one of them, like the guys that you just mentioned was DJ Khaled, and you
Yeah.
like linked up on him personally. And
Yeah.
you worked with him.
Yeah.
That-
How was that experience?
That's a whole other. I mean, I was seeing Khaled from when he was coming to 106 in Park, and I was
Oh,
DJing
wow.
106 in Park.
Sick.
Like I met him in so many different places. Like I met him at
Yeah.
106 in Park, and then he saw me at a party in Miami. Like I saw him in so many different places to the point where he was like, I know this kid, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and then I guess there was a mutual respect from there, and we
Yeah.
got on so many lives during COVID, and
Yeah.
when he shot the video with Lil Baby, like Lil Baby shot a video here, whatever.
Yeah.
I was there. Like
Sick.
you know, it was just honestly like I think with him, like he always showed me love, and
Yeah.
you know every time I'd message him, he hit me back. Like we built a great relationship, and it was great to
Yeah.
see that. I'm like,
Mutual respect there. Yeah.
you know, like
Yeah.
this is a guy that like one of the inspirations that made me put out music
Yeah.
is
yeah.
like and did it on the highest level
Yeah,
or
yeah.
one of the highest levels. It's just like man, like wow, like we actually can
Yeah.
communicate. You know,
Yeah. Is he as he is on camera, like off camera, or like in a positive way, not like negative, but like is he always like is he always on even when
Bubbly,
cameras are
just
not on?
like kind of
he
giddy.
we've had a lot of like heart to heart conversations.
True.
Yeah.
He's a real dude, man.
Yeah,
Like he's
yeah,
a real
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Like he's given me a lot of gems.
Yeah.
And there's times where he is serious.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
and I think it's anything I've asked of him, he's done.
Yeah.
I said, listen, man, I need like a bunch of DJ drops for all these DJs in Toronto.
Yeah.
True.
He would do all of them for me. Here,
cool.
let's do it right now. Like he's always looked out. I think he's been
yeah.
great.
That's cool.
But even going back to the Benji thing, yeah, like the song did really well. It went gold in Canada.
Sick.
It was a great moment. Even up to his recent tour now, like
Yeah.
we kind of linked up prior to that. You know, I helped kind of curate the whole set list for his performances with
Yeah.
him and his team, and I'm glad and happy that they trusted me to kind of help them with that as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
And yeah, like he's had a successful run. He's doing
Yeah,
great
he's
things.
doing amazing.
Yeah,
That last
that's
album he dropped, I have that on repeat too, man. It's pretty
Yeah.
fire. Like
Yeah.
he's a
Yeah.
solid artist, especially coming out of Canada. I'm like, yo, he's making noise for sure.
Yeah.
And you said you got your first Billboard through that, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, was that your first, or that's one of the many?
Well, it was my first gold record,
Okay,
like as an
okay.
artist.
Wow.
Yeah,
Sick, sick,
and that was great too. Like ordering the plaque and seeing it, I was like, man,
Yeah.
this is
Yeah, that's cool.
great. You know, I think that it's something that I always wanted to do is be successful putting out music. Like I
Yeah.
had songs in the past, but this was the most successful one that I
Most
put out.
successful
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah. To let's shift some gears. I know you came out with a new book.
Yeah.
Called AJ's Dream.
AJ's dream.
yep.
How
I wish
was
I had one with me here, but
Oh shit, we got
No,
it for you.
no,
Don't
Yeah, we
worry.
got it for
We
you.
got it
Don't
for
worry.
yeah.
How did this come about? Like what made you want to write a book?
So
children's
2023,
book, yeah.
so 2023 is when I put the book out, and the children's album came a few months ago. Previously, I was an educator. I used to teach kindergarten.
Oh, nice.
Really?
Yeah.
You was a teacher in
Yeah.
kindergarten.
Yeah, man. But you know the crazy part.
Charlie being a teacher.
Yeah.
Who would have known?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So cool.
Wait, what school?
So it was a school called Baythorn. It was in Thornhill. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So not the
Not the
ends.
ends, yeah.
Not the ends.
Not
But
the end.
but yeah, no. Previously I was an educator, and
That's
you know I'd read children stories all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the kids.
And then I thought to myself, maybe I can write my own story.
Yeah.
But I wanted to think about how I can make this make sense, where it's like I don't want to just take action and not follow through. I was really big on like how do I write this book, but like be ready to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna need a co-writer. I'm gonna need an illustrator. Like I'm gonna need someone to help me on the admin side. Like
Yeah.
so, I kind of took some time and really just thought to myself, what would this book be about?
True.
And then I said, what if I wrote a story about my story and the way I lived? Because there's so many other children that kind of were raised the same way.
Yeah.
And went through the same things.
Yep.
So 90% of the book is like real, true story.
Oh.
We have a DJ competition at the end that didn't really happen,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
everything else is pretty much like
Right.
real. And I thought that there would be a lot of children that'd be able to relate to it, even parents.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like nightlife. It was more just another side of me, more of like legacy work.
True.
And it's
true.
like,
I love that.
It's like thinking about children and their growth is really important. Like how can we help them with their emotional language? How can we help them with being motivated and having good energy around them? Like there's not and obviously like promoting diversity. That's the biggest thing,
Yeah.
right? Like how many brown authors do you know? Like brown children authors. There are
are.
some, but not coming from the background that I came from.
True.
Yeah.
Like
true.
the DJ world or the nightlife world or
Yeah.
like the A&R world, like or the agent world. Like there's so many
yeah,
things that
yeah,
I've been able
yeah.
to do, But
Yeah.
this was probably one of the biggest things I've ever done. And
Yeah, that's
I
cool,
dedicated
man.
the book to my mom. Like that was huge. She
yeah.
used to like be a supervisor at a daycare, so I used to work with her during the summers when I was younger.
That's so
Yeah,
cool,
yeah,
man.
Shout
Yeah.
out to moms.
Yeah,
Shout out to my
100%.
Dukes,
Yeah.
man.
And
But who's AJ?
me.
Oh, so your name
Yeah,
is AJ.
that's my name.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
wow.
figured.
Yeah.
I was gonna
Yeah.
ask. I was like, I think I'm certain it's your name is AJ.
It was so hard signing books
Yeah,
for
yeah,
people
yeah.
because I was like, do I put AJ or do I put?
Put
Charlie
Charlie.
B.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's cool.
no, it was good. I mean, it was self-published.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, I see right here, written by AJ, quotation, DJ Charlie B. Sick.
Yeah.
So if a kid was to read AJ's dream, what would you hope for them to be inspired on and to like in terms of what could they take away from it?
Never giving up, and trusting the process and staying the course is really important.
Yeah.
You know, people sometimes quit after they fail once.
True.
Like you got to get back up.
You have
know?
to.
It's
Yeah.
it's really important.
Consistency
Like
is key, man.
there's a part in this book where I'm running a relay race, and I drop the baton and we lose the race, and I could have made that whole situation about me.
Yeah.
But I didn't, and I had good people around me to help pick me up off the floor and say it's okay, like and cheering on everyone else.
I see that.
that
It's
was
this part right here.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, right there. Yeah, exactly.
He's sad.
Yeah. So it's like cheering on the other people that were doing other races at the track meet instead of making this about myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think the book is really great. I think kids have enjoyed it. The ones that have read it. I'd see kids and they'd be like, "Are you AJ?" Like, it was just a great feeling. I think overall, I think you want kids to take a lot from it in terms of just like believing in themselves, having the right energy around them, and knowing that they can accomplish anything they want to do.
Yeah.
It's things that we learn as kids, but I think that
course.
it's like this is told differently.
It's funny because like growing up too is like a lot of the books that we would read as kids are like either Disney stuff or and I feel like we should be I feel like we should start putting in more real life stories into the hands of kids because it's like when I'm Lebanese, so when I see like another Lebanese person doing so well in life, I'm like, oh man, I inspire to be like them, or just anybody in general. But it makes me feel better that I know that there's like a fellow Arab or a fellow Lebanese guy or person or whatever that's doing so good, and I inspire to be like them. So I feel like they should be putting in more things like this into the schools, rather than the fictional stuff. But
of course, but I mean, it's just one day at a time. You just got to keep pushing through, and things happen. Like I never thought I'd be able to write a children's book. Like I never, I always had ideas and thoughts, but again, it's self-published. Like, how do you figure out where to get a label printer, and what envelope do you use to ship out these books? Like there's a process there, man.
And you also dropped the audio version of this, right?
Yes. Yeah, so essentially, what I did was it was pretty much a soundtrack inspired by the book.
Oh,
okay.
Cool.
So like I was thinking for a while, like I know we can do a soundtrack for this book. We all kind of grew up to the traditional children's songs.
Yeah.
What if I created something that children are listening to now because they're exposed to so much more now. Remember, kids have iPads. They're into other music besides just the traditional children's music.
Yeah.
And like I linked up with this producer Janssen. Like I've known him for a few years, and Janssen's a really good producer. He's done a lot of great things in his realm, and I sat with him and I said, "Listen, I got this wild idea," and he was like, "What are you thinking?" I go, "I want to do a children's album."
Ooh.
So like, how do like we got to put this together?
Yeah.
And he's like, "Where do we?"
Sick.
He's like, "Where do we start?" And like we got in the studio, and I was like, "Okay, like again, like picking the artists that we want on this project is important because, they have to have a good reputation."
Yeah, for sure.
You can't just pick anybody.
You can't pick the drill rapper trying to make it.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like a water vinegar mix won't make sense.
Yeah.
So we had to go through what artists we want to go with, and again, it wasn't about doing numbers. It was more about just like creating great music for children.
Yeah.
And if
local artists, right?
Yeah. So like I was like, let's keep it Canadian.
Yeah.
And let's go for artists that would make sense. And
that's cool.
It was good because I didn't have to. It was like the one time I didn't have to worry about numbers.
Yeah.
This is another legacy piece. Like, let's just make great music and let's do whatever we can, and we're gonna learn.
Yeah.
Taking action, following through, and seeing what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not really have to worry about like this is like gonna be on billboards or being out there. But if it does, this is amazing.
If it does, that's great. But again, it's like you're doing it for another reason.
For the love.
You're literally doing it for the love of it.
For the love and impact.
Yeah. Like what impact can it make on the children? And when I did the release event, we had like 500 people.
Wow.
Yeah, we had one of the artists from the project perform.
Yeah.
We had a bunch of kids. Sorry, when I was creating this album, we brought kids in to sing on the album as well.
Oh, that's
Sick,
cool.
And that was amazing. We brought those same kids to the event, the launch event, and they sang.
Wow, that's amazing.
And we had this music teacher, Kelsey. She was great at she's really great at what she does. She kind of helped kind of be the conductor, and it was great, man. Like and those types of things and the feelings that you have internally from those types of events, they don't match
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
anything. Like I've thrown parties for like the biggest of the biggest.
For sure.
And I haven't had a feeling like I had doing an event like that.
For sure.
Yeah.
And the legacy piece is huge because, like you said, you put those kids' voices in that album. So
Yeah.
so it's now they're gonna have it for the rest
Yeah.
of their lives.
That's
no
their
matter
legacy
how-
now, too.
Yeah, exactly.
And that even just
You
by
know?
putting those kids there, that could be like the next superstar there. 'Cause
Yeah.
just from being
Yeah.
involved into your audio,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It'll give them the motivation, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that it's like, building spaces that we never had growing up.
absolutely, yeah.
That was big for me. Like I never went to, someone like me's release party for a children's album.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's different.
You
yeah.
know, I went to different things, but again, I don't think I just feel like how can we create something different? How can we build more legacy? I think
Yeah.
that's important because now, hopefully, I inspire someone else that's in the same space I'm in to want to do something
Absolutely,
like this.
yeah.
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 And you were featured on the news outlet, and you were talking about the book.
Yeah.
Can you also find this copy of book digitally, like online?
So you can find it online. It's pageswithaj.com.
Okay. Sick.
Generally, you can just order the book online.
Yeah.
We don't have
We'll
a
put the
digital
links
version
and
yet.
stuff too.
Yeah.
But yeah. to
Yeah,
shout
yeah,
it
yeah.
out.
Yeah,
no,
for
that's dope, man.
That's awesome. What about Amazon? You're
I
thinking of-
honestly been thinking for the second book that we're working on now, maybe we kind of go that route, get a publisher and so forth.
Yeah.
I just wanted to do it the hardest way first
for sure.
to see why people don't do it this way.
Right.
Well, why the majority doesn't.
And what it takes.
And honestly, like there was times when anything that was in the GTA, we would drop it off ourselves.
Yeah.
Like I'd drive to like St. Catharines to drop
No
5
way,
books
that's
because it
cool.
wasn't about the money.
Yeah.
It's like we just want to get the message in people's hands.
Yeah.
So I'd be driving to these places, throwing the books like in the envelope, boom, and running off. I remember one time I went to Burlington.
Yeah.
I think it was Burlington, and or Kitchener, one of those places, and I dropped, like I knew the girl that lived there. She had ordered the book, and I was like, I gotta go in that area anyway.
Yeah.
And I went and threw the book, and I ran off, and she's like, "Hey, where did you run to?" She had messaged me. I was like, "My God, she saw me on the camera." But to be honest, I felt like if she saw me on the camera, great. Yeah, like it's like I'm grinding right now.
Grinding,
Yeah.
But it's things that people don't see, right? But I'm just like, I was in a rush, so I didn't want to stay and talk for a while because I had stuff to do. But again, it's like you're on the grind, man. Like we would do like 7-8 drops a day,
Yeah.
just like it's like back in the day,
Yeah, you hand out your mixtape or your CD.
Yeah,
so
now it's
many
books.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, now it's
Yeah,
books.
yeah.
Yeah. No, that's
Yeah.
amazing. Hey, listen, this is honestly, like you said, this is more wholesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
for
feels more impactful,
Fulfilling,
fulfilling. It's like you're doing something that's like it could basically relate to any age. You know, from kids to adults. Right.
The message works for every age.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's
Right.
big. That's big.
Yeah. So I was thinking of something while we were talking because so it's something about battles. So like, like scratch battles.
Yeah.
Do we still have that in Toronto, or like just in general? Like, is that or should we bring that back?
Well, they had like the Red Bull DJ battles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have any current ones. I know that there were some people doing certain events here and there like a year or two ago.
Yeah.
They're just not as big as they used to be.
True.
Yeah. I wonder why. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean times change.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if like the technical aspect was so exciting during that time.
Yeah.
I think that if let's say you're in a club now, when you do that, people think you're ruining the song.
Yeah.
They're like, "Yo, just play the song, man." Like, what do
Play
you?
the song.
Yeah, you keep scratching the song all the time. Like, you keep ruining it because they don't really know what's happening.
Yeah.
True. But would you be up for that if there was like a scratch battle?
I'd never been much of a scratcher. I could scratch, but it wasn't like, let me like take lessons to learn this.
True.
I mean, you got to know how to do the basic stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think for me, it was just like, I never really got into it like that, you know. But I really admire the people that do. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Okay,
cool.
what about this? What's your take on the increase of female DJs?
No, that's great. I mean, listen, a few years ago, I was the first DJ to curate an all DJ live to air on the radio.
Okay.
And we raised money for breast cancer awareness.
Sick.
And then we ended up donating $22,000 to the Jesse Center.
Nice.
But again, that's me saying that we need to, and I partnered with Lola on this, Lola and her team, Girl Connected.
Yeah, Lola, yeah.
And, you know, and she's phenomenal, obviously, what she does.
Yeah.
But we came together and we really pitched to the radio station. We're like, look, we never see female DJs DJ on the radio.
Yeah.
Let's do a whole day of female DJs.
Sick.
Seeing female DJs now, like you're saying, is like,
taking
man,
off.
like I've been here, like we've been here pushing it already.
Yeah.
But to see how it's taken off,
Yeah.
it's even better. Like I was at the Playground Series event the other day.
Okay.
I had never went before, but people were telling me, oh, you should check it out. And I went and I seen this DJ, Baby Vay.
Baby Vay, okay.
Man, phenomenal. Like
Yeah,
what she was able to do, I was like, wow, like she's a really good DJ.
Yeah, they're doing big things too. Is that the one with DJ Rennie?
So Randy DJ there. He had a couple viral moments there.
He went viral.
Yeah, he did a great job. I think that he kind of set the tone for a lot of other DJs to want to do it as well.
He set the tone.
Yeah, he's doing great
shout out
things.
to him.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I love to see the females in the DJ space because, like you said, it's even playing field. You know,
Yeah.
girls could spin. You know, they could come in there.
No, they listen, man. I've always been an advocate of pushing female empowerment in this world.
Yeah.
It's tough, man. Like being a female DJ is not easy. Think about it.
Yeah.
Like it's harder than being a male. It's like a male dominated industry.
Yeah.
So females have to work kind of twice as hard to be accepted as a great DJ.
You think so though? Cause I feel like some girls like they're a little cute and all. They dress a little sexy outfit and they can just get away with just mixing songs more for their looks.
Well, that's another thing where it's like there's actually female DJs that are talented,
Yeah.
True.
right? We're living in a space now where even post-COVID, where people are like venues are hiring creators and talent and, you know, let's just say like Netflix show, people that are on Netflix shows, like Love Island or Love is Blind or something. But I feel like, you know, there are DJs, female DJs that look good and can play well too. But then there's some that just look good.
Yeah.
So I get what you mean there.
You know what I'm saying?
Where it's like you're just being hired because of what you look like.
Yeah.
Or you're following. That's
Yeah.
another thing. But there's two ways to look at it, right? Like you have someone like Logan Paul, for example.
Yeah.
This guy is great at what he does on socials and that type of thing.
Yep.
But then you put him in WWE, he's even better.
Yeah.
Like he's a great athlete and he can cut amazing promos.
Yeah.
But then
Yo.
but then you have like, okay, if I can kind of relate it to my situation.
Yeah.
Imagine being a DJ, like that part of your life. Say I was just doing that for a solid 10 plus years. But then you have a producer, for example, that produces a number one hit or like a top 10 hit. And they decide, I'm just going to be a DJ now. They're getting triple the amount of money you're getting when you put in a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
When they've only produced for 3 or 4 years. I mean, they're exceptional at what they do, but now they're coming into the nightlife space. So you have to adapt as well, where you're like, okay, I can't just be a DJ. I got to do more than that.
Right.
Because all these big gigs that I want to get out of town, maybe I'm getting them, but I'm not getting what you're getting.
True.
You're getting triple the amount of money that I'm getting, but you haven't put in the work
amount
a
of
DJ
hours
has
and
put
time,
in.
yeah.
Yeah. But then once you can understand that, like, that's just the way it is and not get frustrated about it, you can keep going.
Yeah.
But some people be like, F it, I don't want to DJ anymore. Forget it. The whole technicalities are done, man. This guy's just
Yeah.
pushing buttons or da-da-da.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, that's just where it is now, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
You either get with it or get lost.
Yeah.
Either you get with the times or hey, you're getting left behind.
Or just stay with whatever you're doing with your community. Because I feel like there's no point in getting frustrated because it's not going to change. This is what it is now.
Yeah.
I go online every day, TikTok, Instagram. I see all these guys DJing and doing remixes. I'm like, who is this person?
Yeah.
But guess what? People know that person more than they know me.
Yeah. It's funny
Because it's transitioned to that point where
Yeah.
let me just order a controller on Amazon for $400
Yeah.
and let me just get a program and match the BPMs and the keys and
Literally,
do this
yeah.
remix.
Yeah.
Match the BPMs, yeah, man. You're golden.
Bro, when we were doing acapellas, we were making the acapellas ourselves.
Yeah.
Scratch,
Putting them
yeah.
on beats on the fly. We're not pre-recording none of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like when I'm seeing it, I'm like, man, we've been doing
Like,
this.
I put
Yeah.
10,000 hours into this.
But guess what? Now when you do a remix, you gotta dance and shit too.
Yeah.
You gotta do the remix and be
Yeah,
like, yo,
yeah.
check this out. It's like some people are like, yo, bro, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Like for
yeah.
me, like if I do a remix, what am I gonna do? Like it's like what if I don't dance? What if I'm like I have no rhythm? What am I gonna do?
Well, I'm just a stiff DJ. Just,
Yeah.
That would be me. Yeah.
Yeah, but again, it's like I'm DJing in the club, like I'm focused.
yeah, you're locked
And
in.
then you have people, yo, turn up, yo, take a shot, yo.
Yeah,
You're like, yo,
yeah,
fam,
yeah.
like, yo, I'm trying to
Yeah, I'm
make
doing
sure
my
people
job.
But they're like,
I'm trying to keep you guys happy here.
think about it. They're like, yo, you must love your job. You get to DJ all over the world.
Yeah.
But they don't realize what comes with that. You're paying me
Yeah.
my fee, you're paying the hotel, and you're giving me a per diem for food. But
Yeah.
it's only me that's going.
Yeah.
So imagine DJing. Like I remember DJing in Bali, for example, like 2 years ago.
Sick.
I get a booking in Bali. So I have Bali, Jakarta, and Singapore.
Oh wow.
This is on the whole other
major.
side of the world, okay?
Yeah.
So imagine going to the club to DJ for the first time. It's not like I could go drive 40 minutes and go see what the club's like.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I got to watch recap videos and be like, maybe I can do this. And you walk in and you see the opening DJ killing it. You're like, yo, bro, like, what am I going to do? What do they like here?
Yeah.
So you have essentially go on and play in a whole different country for the first time
Yeah.
and perform well so you can go back. But I mean, like, different places, these opening DJs are mad that you're the guy that they've hired to come here.
And they're
And-
like,
and-
we've been here for
Yeah.
years. We've been killing it.
Yeah.
And this guy gets the made like the
Yeah.
the pot
Yeah.
like the biggest.
How does this guy
Yeah.
show up at 12:30
The
a.m.
headliner, yeah.
and goes on
Yeah.
at 1 and plays 1 to 2 and gets paid all this money and everyone knows who he is?
Yeah.
But it's like, again, leverage and gigs.
Yeah. leverage
So,
the gigs. You're
so
right.
So I think that for me, think about it like this: like before I'd go on to DJ in some places, these guys, they'd say, "Okay, you're gonna go on in 10 minutes? Yeah, cool." Within those 10 minutes, they're rinsing every hit in the book. Within those 10 minutes, and I'm like, "Whoa!"
Douchebag.
Like you're supposed to set the tone for me,
I lied.
Yeah.
and now you're trying to flop me.
You're supposed to throw me an alley oop.
But listen, as an experienced DJ,
Damn. That's crazy to hear the different, like that side, the
No,
dark
that's
side
that's
of
the
it.
DJ
Yo.
like
Bro.
world, bro.
you go on, and I always had a crate that I knew these DJs are never gonna touch these songs, so I'm gonna go this route.
Yeah.
Like I had 2 or 3 different crates that like,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
this DJ F's me, pause in this
Yeah.
thing, I'm gonna make sure I come back with these.
Holy.
Okay.
So I'd have a selected 5 songs. I know he's not gonna play these, or she's not gonna play these, or whatever it is. But I have 3 different crates of 5 different ones to go with.
Crazy.
Yeah, but
Like,
then
you have
from
to-
there,
it's crazy you have to think like that.
you have to think like
That's
that.
insane.
But another thing is when you're actually DJing,
Yeah.
you learn. Because what happens is when you're playing 1 or 2 songs, you have the next 6 songs that you're gonna play in your head.
Yeah, yeah,
head,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But while you're playing one song, someone comes and pokes you in your back. Yo, 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 yo.
Yeah,
Turn around.
play this.
Hey, can you play this song? It's your birthday, 50 Cent. They don't even have the name of the song right.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, while she's asking me for that song, I just forgot the 6 songs I was just
Yeah,
about to play.
yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God. And no one even thinks about those things.
Yeah.
But I think that like going through those types of things, you start understanding, okay, how am I going to set myself up so that this doesn't happen?
Yeah.
So what I started doing was, I tell the promoter when we get to the club, where's the security? Okay, tell the security guy to stand right here.
Right next to me. Yeah.
I don't want nobody asking me nothing.
Yeah.
They can ask the security guy. But going through that pressure, there's other pressure where you're there by yourself. You have none of your people with
You
you.
don't have your people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, well, I don't have no one
Yeah.
with me. Like, how am I going to like get through the night? Like, I'm going to be bored. It's exciting at the beginning. And then you realize like, it came to a
yeah.
point where I'd take the latest flight out and take the earliest flight back.
Wow.
So I'd take like say I was DJing in like New York. I'd take a 9 p.m. flight, land there at 10:30,
10 o'clock.
go to the hotel, get ready, go to the club at 12:30, 1 o'clock, DJ and take the 5 a.m. flight back home.
Wow. In and out.
In and out. Because I was just like, I can't sleep in hotels. Do you know how many hotel rooms I had that just never been touched?
Yeah.
You literally go sit at the desk,
Yeah.
sort some music.
There's some
Yeah.
music
Done.
and then just cut.
But it's like, I think that it's
Crazy.
like, people don't see that, where it's like,
Yeah.
then you want to build yourself to a point where you can bring someone with you.
True.
So I say, okay, my brand's big, but it's not big enough to get 2 people to fly with me or 1 person to fly with me. So how can I be creative? So you're at the airport all the time, run into someone that works at an airline. Yo, listen, bro, come on, man, we got to do something here.
Buddy pass. Hey.
Pause. Yeah.
Oh, pause.
But yo, listen, I'd be like, listen, we can do something where companion.
Companion pass. Yeah. Companion. Yeah.
So,
Companion pack.
so then it's
That's
like,
another way to
okay,
say it,
okay,
yeah.
listen, like, yo, I need you to book something for me. But look, like, I'm gonna tell the promoter, like, I don't even care now. If any promoters are looking at this right now, it is what it is, man. You just,
Yeah.
You
Try-
got-
try-
it-
it's just a game. But I'd be
Try
like,
to
all right,
the
look,
game.
what can you get me, like, price wise, from a flight from Toronto to like Vancouver? He'd say, okay, well, what date is it? I tell him the date. He'd say, I can get you the flight for $2 bills. Cool. So now I'm hitting the club and saying, hey, man,
Hey.
$700, bro.
$700.
Like I seen it. It said it on this airline. This
Yeah.
is look at all the airlines. And they'd be like, all right, cool. All right. So then I'd call my boy and say, yo, bro. Yo, my boy that's actually sitting outside here right now.
Oh,
he,
shit.
he can tell you.
Yeah.
I'd say, all right, cool. You guys hired me for, like, you pay for my flight, $700,
Yeah.
but I'm paying $200 for it. But then you're paying me my DJ fee, a couple racks. All right, cool. I'll take $200 or $300 from this, and I'll add it to the rest of the flight that they're giving me, and
Yeah.
bring my homie with me.
Bring your homie
Right.
with you. Yeah.
My homie ain't never seen nothing like this before.
Yeah. He's
So
like, I'm in for it.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Boom, we go, and it's the best time because I got my homie with me. Like
Yeah.
it's you know what I'm saying? It's a
Yeah,
better
yeah, yeah.
feeling.
Yeah.
But people don't understand that it's not what people think it is. Where it's like, oh, you think it's like there's fun parts to it. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But I think that like you get to a certain point where you're like, I've done this plenty times for years. I've rinse and repeat. Like
Rinse and
I've
repeat,
done the
yeah.
flying. I've done the DJing in UK at the hottest club. I've done Dubai. I've Miami. I've played at Live. I've done
Live,
LA. I've done like I've done 11 in Miami. Like different places. But I feel like the most important thing is like once you're not happy with it, you might just want to be done with it.
Yeah.
For me, it's like it's not that I'm done with it. For me, it's like I still love playing music, but I feel like it just has to make sense.
Has to make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you don't appreciate my value that I bring, then just hire the guy that's gonna do the gigs.
Yeah.
Because I know I have the leverage. I know what I've put in.
you know your name holds weight.
Yeah.
You put in the 10,000 hours.
And that's respectfully speaking. Like I'm not
Yeah,
even
yeah,
trying
no,
to be
of
like, oh,
course.
I'm this
For
guy.
sure, yeah, of
course.
I know the work that I put in. You've all seen it. So at the
Yeah,
end of the day,
yeah.
it's like I know what I'm worth.
Yeah.
And I'd
yeah.
rather just find other ways to make money. You know, and I think that that's another thing where it's like you can't just rely on just DJ money to get by. But
Yeah.
again, everyone's doing it for different reasons. Some people are doing it to make money. Some people are doing it to get,
Yeah.
attention,
Attention.
validation. Who knows?
Some people are just doing it to get girls.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
And again, I feel like to each his own. I just feel
Yeah.
like I'm at that point where I'm like, yeah, like we done seen it all already, bro.
You done
Yeah,
seen
yeah.
what travel the
Yeah.
world.
Yeah,
You've
yeah.
been all around the
So
world.
you know what that brings. You've been there already.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, like, so for me, like, I don't want to be that hating older guy, the
Yeah,
older
yeah.
DJ that's hating on the
Yeah,
younger
yeah,
guys.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm not going to compete with these younger
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
I'd rather be the mentor for them.
Facts.
You have any
fair.
questions, let me know. Like, I have a group chat with a bunch of younger DJs. Anything you need to know, ask me, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I've been there. I've done
I
it.
respect that. No,
Yeah.
that's facts.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's good. It's good. It's like you're sort of extending your expertise to the younger
Yeah.
generation.
Yeah.
And obviously it's inspiring, you know?
Yeah. For
I mean,
sure.
look, honestly, coming up, like, I had a couple DJs that were older that helped me out, no problem, like, in terms of, like, advice. But again, for me, I'm giving these kids even more advice.
Yeah.
Like, make sure you have a good balance.
Yeah.
Make sure you celebrate every win, big or small. I didn't do it, bro. You know?
Yeah.
I was always chasing the next.
Chasing-
I'm in that era now where I'm appreciating every single thing, but I'm just saying, like, you live and you learn, you go through certain things, but I feel like, yeah, it just, if it doesn't make sense, there's no point. Like, yeah.
That's fair. That's
That's
fair.
fair. That's fair.
All right. The famous question: what are 3 things you can't live without in Toronto?
Wow. Okay, so you can't live without the food here.
Yeah.
For sure.
Food is amazing.
What's
here.
your go-to?
Oh, bro. Jamaican food for sure. Like,
Listen,
Yo, a
Weston
lot of
and
people
Finch
say
has
that,
some
eh?
good spots.
yeah. Superlicious at Western Road and Finch, Caribbean
Yeah.
Queen.
Caribbean Queen.
Come
Yeah.
on. But yeah, honestly, like, I don't know. That's tough. You guys got me.
For sure. Yeah.
Food?
Cabana.
What about like I don't know, Cabana or your barber or
Yeah.
like
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean,
Raptors?
Yeah.
definitely can't live without the barber for sure.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
And you can't definitely live without sporting teams. Like I know there's different provinces here that don't have. Like we're
Yeah.
the only city, we're the only province that has a basketball team.
basketball
Yeah.
team, yeah.
And we're about to have a WNBA too. So
Yeah.
things like that. Okay, I guess
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
I thought you
yeah.
meant more complicated stuff. But
No,
yeah,
no,
no.
no.
Yeah.
You can't live without, man.
But
Yeah.
where you, Charlie, can't
Yeah.
live without.
Yeah, I mean the food for sure. Like
Yeah.
I mean we have so many different places that we can go, different cuisines, different
Yeah.
cultures, ethnic backgrounds, and yeah, like I love sports too. Like I love watching basketball. Like I've been big on that. I've went to plenty games,
Yeah.
and yeah, I mean other than that, it's just like I can't live without like city wise, just the creatives. There's so many here, man.
Yeah.
Like I'm so proud of some of the guys that are doing clothing, man.
Yeah.
Like the Adidem brand, like Dream Working. There's so many, and they're making such good quality clothing,
Good
man.
pieces, quality.
I'm telling these guys, don't even give me the clothes for free. Even if you're planning on it, I want to buy it, bro.
I want to
Yeah, yeah,
support.
yeah,
Yeah.
No,
And
kind of
awesome.
pushing that more. You know, when I was coming up, it was a lot of let me get this for free.
Yeah. Let me get this for free. Let me post you. But like, let's support each other. Let's put money around each other's pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once you get to the point where you're able to do it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Of course. Any honorable DJ mentions from the city?
I mean, the ones that are on the come up or the ones that are doing it now?
Like from like, what would be your honorable mentions?
Honestly,
that that you hear and is like
on the come up.
Yeah, on the come up.
In the past.
Are we talking city based or just world?
City based, Toronto.
Listen, like we were talking earlier, like Rennie for sure. Like Rennie's doing a great job. Like I remember
right now.
meeting him when I was doing a gig in St. Catharines, and he was telling me that same day we were doing the gig, he's like, I'm thinking of moving to Toronto, and I told him, yo, you should, man. And he moved to Toronto, and we remained in contact. I actually booked him for I Love R&B, and that was a big party for him. And seeing his growth has been amazing. You know. Obviously, like Brandon Duke is another DJ that's huge, like doing great things, traveling. He's been DJing since he was like 9, and he's still like 10 now. No, I'm kidding. He's like 19 now. But I'm saying like, yeah, he's been doing great things. The female DJs are really kind of shining. Like I said, Baby Vay's doing a great job.
Killer Kells.
Killer Kells. I mean, Killer Kells is a staple here.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I've known Kells for so long,
Yeah,
and
been doing it for a long time.
Yeah, like I remember one time. Every time Justin Bieber was in Toronto, his team would hit me up to go out because they heard from different people that I could bring people out, whatever. And I remember I was trying to get into the downtown scene, like to like the cool clubs. 'Cause I was just playing like a bunch of like whatever parties. And the guy hit me and goes, hey, I heard you're rolling with Justin Bieber, whatever. And I told him, I go, look, man. So he tried to give me some money when I brought him to the club. I go, I don't want your money, but I want you to hire me once a month for a whole year.
That's awesome.
Hey.
And then once he hired me once a month for the whole year, I got all the gigs from the other clubs that were in that world.
Yeah.
So I was like, if I get the most popping club to hire me, everyone's going to be like, oh, Charlie. But that's leverage again.
Leverage. That's smart.
Yeah.
Did someone teach you this method, or you just knew it intuitive?
I was gonna say, you don't need that Jay-Z meeting, man. Just take the money and then level up.
Everyone needs a Jay-Z meeting. That's a whole other level. No, but I think for me, I just realized, like, at the end of the day, like, venues are trying to figure out what their bottom line is, bro. Like, they're trying to make money and they're trying to get people to keep coming back. So what part can you play on being dependable and building that trust with them on how to bring that for them? Because think about it like this: in the landscape we're in now, if a DJ gets hired, he gets paid $200 for the night. Let's just say. But if I just became a DJ today and called the owner and said, "Hey, man, I could book you 3 tables on Saturday. You need to hire me to play," they're hiring me. Because they want the money from the bar.
Of course, the money from the bar.
So you have to build that leverage where you have relationships with everyone, like where it's like, okay, well, this person's going to be in town, they want to go out. Okay, how can I make that make sense for me too? Because a lot of the times, and you learn through going through it. I've brought artists to clubs where I've got nothing out of it. You bring an artist to a club, the owner gets the praise. Because everyone's like, oh, so-and-so is at this club.
Yeah.
The artist is great because the artist comes and has the best time of his life. And you're just the guy that gets nothing. So you have to figure out, it's pretty much you get what you negotiate, not what you deserve, right?
But it's also not just deep. Like the way you're describing it is like, you have to be more savvy than just being a DJ. Right? Like DJ is the art, yes. But the way you're looking at it is like, I'm a DJ. How am I going to maximize my leverage and get, the most of everything. So that's brilliant, man.
Because you want to make sure that you're taken care of as well. Because you know what? No one cares about you.
Yeah.
Everybody's looking at what their bottom line is. So you got to look at what yours is.
Yeah.
But when you're coming into a situation where you're bringing emotional and business into it, it gets a little weird. Because they're just looking at you as business. Even though they'll say, yo, you're my brother, you're this or that. They don't know. You know?
Yo, you're my bro. Cut it out. I want my bread.
But you have to draw that line. Because if you don't, you're just going to get screwed every time. So, but I think that it's just like, you have to, the reason why, like, I learned that is because I went through it.
You went through it,
I went through bringing artists to the club, getting nothing out of it. I don't care about taking pictures with them in the club and, I was here with this guy. What am I getting, though? And I think that comes with experience. And you got to put in the time. You got to go through those trials and tribulations and maturity and understanding and even talking to people that are in the same position as you are.
That's good
amazing.
advice, man.
No, that's amazing advice. You got to be savvy and you got to know your worth and you got to know what value that you are bringing to the table.
You got to be self-aware enough to understand that just because you're not DJing 5 times a week, it doesn't mean that you're not popping. Because I went through that too, and I was like, man, I just got to get gigs. If I'm not DJing this week, there's something wrong, but it's because that's your routine. But people don't understand if you're DJing 3-4 nights a week in the same city, it's not an attraction anymore.
True.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's just a regular night.
Yeah. If you were to DJ once a month, but you built a brand, you're making more money than these guys are making in 3 months.
Yeah.
True.
If you build it properly.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta go for broke. Fuck it. Just go.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Just put all your eggs.
Bro, at the end of the day, you only live once. You just gotta
go for it. You just
like
do
when
it.
you guys are sitting here doing this shit. You're just like,
Yeah.
all right, bro, let's commit to this
Yeah.
and do it.
Yeah, we're just like, we started off as like a fun, like, hey, let's just shoot the shits, and then now we're like, yo, people are just hitting us up, people want to tap it, and we're like, we're seeing the reception, and we're like, yo, we love it.
To be honest, it's the same thing with me. When I saw it, I said, this is very clean.
Appreciate it.
Like, that's what I look at. Like,
Yeah.
it's not about how much followers someone has. Is this shit look clean? Does it look like they're putting time and effort into what they're doing? Yeah, I want to be a part of it.
Appreciate
Yeah, we
that.
appreciate you.
That
Yeah,
honestly means a lot. Hearing like from what you just said to
Yeah.
like seeing that, I appreciate
that's
that.
big.
Because
Right.
seeing that it just shows that
Yeah.
people are taking the time and they're working towards being better.
Absolutely.
Like
Yeah,
I'm sure when you're doing the other one at the other spot with the other host or whatever it was, it's not what it is now. Not a knock on anybody,
Yeah,
but I just think that it's like you've put in the time and you've made the mistakes to learn.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
For example, we
Yeah,
just
yeah.
did this shit. If this was
Yeah.
a year or two ago,
Yeah.
you probably wouldn't have got any of my audio.
Yeah. To be honest, that's a rookie mistake that I shouldn't have. But whatever.
No,
We I know.
I'm not even bringing it up for that.
Yeah,
I'm just saying
No,
without
like, that
making.
never really happens
Yeah.
to us.
But I'm saying
Yeah.
without making that mistake.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You
yeah,
wouldn't be able
yeah.
to check.
To adjust it, yeah.
But
yeah,
you have to
right.
go
Sure,
through it to
for
grow
sure.
through it. It's just how it
Absolutely,
goes.
for
You know?
sure.
Again, in this industry, people aren't friends with people; they're friends with opportunity.
Yeah.
This is why a lot of the times I don't want people to know I did certain
I love
things.
what you just said, man.
Yeah.
You're
It's a
you're
gem
only
right
friends
there.
with what comes with me. You don't give a
Yeah.
shit about me.
Yeah, yeah.
You're not
True.
messaging me on Monday morning saying how's your
You're like, hey, how
how's
you
your
doing
weekend
today?
or
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Hope you're well is what everyone says now. But I'm
Yeah,
saying at the end of the
yeah.
day, it's like no one cares about what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's like if you're managing an artist, for example,
Yeah, yeah.
a big artist. You and the artist don't get along. He says, "Yo, I don't want to work with you anymore." Guess what? All those friends you had before, you don't have anymore
Yeah.
because they were only friends with you to get to that person.
Opportunity, yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's like it's always you got to realize who your actual friends are.
Simple.
Yeah.
People don't realize it's never
Yeah.
about the money.
Yeah.
It's always about how much you really care about
Yeah.
something.
It's hospitality, man. It's just the simplest thing.
Like you show appreciation, bro.
Yeah.
I'll do everything for you. But again, it's that's one thing that I learned. Like anyone that's done anything for me, I make sure I thank them.
Yeah.
And like I really mean it. Like even like for example, Dre is in Vegas. Like I was DJing there a few times.
Yeah.
I hit the talent buyer the other day. Like he works there, and I told him, look, I know Dre's just closed, but I just want to thank you for the opportunities you've given me.
That's
Yeah.
big.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that who would do that? Everyone's so immersed in what they're doing. I mean, there's a percentage of people that do.
There is a percentage,
Yeah.
yeah. They're showing some sort of like gratitude,
But I think that, to each his own, everyone handles things differently. But I just think at the end of the day, it's like showing appreciation will go a long way. Like real appreciation.
Yeah. Just
Big-
being kind.
Yeah.
Just being kind.
The simplest
Burn
things.
bridges.
Simple.
Yeah.
People don't say the simplest things, please and thank you
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
Thank you, yeah.
You hold the door for someone, you just walk in.
Or when you're driving and you let somebody in, they don't do this. They can't do this.
Yeah.
Like, yo, it's mind.
You're just entitled. People feel like you should do
Yeah.
it for them.
Yeah.
But that,
So
that
I get it.
You just grow to understand this is just
Yeah.
what it is. You just keep being good and keep doing what you do and staying positive and keep doing the right thing. And
Yeah.
That's it.
Just keep putting that good energy into the universe.
man.
Yeah.
The universe will return that
Bring it
in
back,
favor,
yeah.
yeah, I believe in that wholeheartedly. You know?
Yeah. You big on spirituality and all that?
But I mean, like, I think when you go through things in life in general, like,
Yeah.
sometimes it's just you and the person higher up. Like, no one in human form can save you. It's just you and that person, and you got to build yourself through that and being more self-aware and kind of getting in tune with yourself.
Yeah.
Because I think that sometimes you're moving so fast, you're just hurt and confused. You don't even know what you're doing, bro.
Yeah.
But when you get
Yeah.
time to slow down
To like just
and get to know yourself more,
reevaluate everything, you're just
Yeah.
like, hold on.
like spending time in solitude, I enjoy being by myself. Like,
Yeah.
I never used to before. I used to always want people around.
Yeah.
You know, but I think that through that time of slowing down and understanding yourself,
Yeah. Growth.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Any inside scoop on if Rolling Loud
but yeah, that I brought out Ice Spice to that one.
Ice Spice? Yeah.
Like I had my own DJ set,
Yeah, you.
and I brought Ice Spice out, and this is when I just paid for her flights and her rooms, and Munch just went viral.
She just dropped her first
Yeah,
hit.
yeah.
Wow. That was crazy.
That was
So
crazy.
you brought Ice Spice to Toronto for the first time.
Yeah, brought it for the first time, and it was our first festival.
Viral.
Crazy.
And after that, we
Viral.
went to Mademoiselle. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Love that. I love that.
Exactly.
For the people that are curious and want to follow up with you, do you mind sharing your socials?
Yeah, so Instagram, Charlie B, TikTok, Charlie B Official.
You're on TikTok, eh?
Yeah, I don't really use it. I mean, it's there, but I'm not going to be dancing on there or anything.
No, you're not dancing?
But yeah, no, I just been thinking of different things that I could do, like
Yeah.
working on content just on the music side of things, just giving people gems, stories, like different pillars and stuff. Try it and see where it goes.
Yeah, being
but,
creative, yeah. But
yeah.
you say TikTok, Charlie B, Instagram.
So TikTok, Charlie B Official, Instagram, Charlie B. And then, you can get my book at pageswithaj.com.
Hey, just
Yeah, we'll put all that.
And Spotify is Charlie is Charlie B. Yeah.
Charlie B. And what should people expect for the year of 2026 in terms of like any new music project with artists or any?
So I'm working on the second book now,
Okay,
and
big ups.
I think that for me, I've always wanted to do something bigger than I did the previous year. So like, yeah, I'm trying to do like a huge outdoor event. So I'm kind of working on that now. Yeah, I just always try to look at things. For example, this year, like the children's album was huge for me.
Major, yeah.
And I felt like that was bigger than anything that I've done in terms of not even with numbers, but just I can't believe I have a children's music album out.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
that's, you know?
Yeah,
Hey,
that's
you
cool.
never know, man. Disney might be around the corner.
I mean, that's reaching out to different people that do sync plays, like learning all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah, no, honestly, we appreciate you for coming by, even just sitting down with us and dropping all the gem in the game. You know, like we're we're so happy that you are here. You know, giving
No,
us
I'm
a
happy you
chance,
guys have me here.
Yeah,
So
You
yeah.
know,
sure,
having
man.
us, chopping it up.
Yeah, inspiring for sure, man.
Inspiring, yeah,
Appreciate you.
yeah. So
course,
if
man.
you've been watching this episode until now, make sure you follow Charlie. Make sure you tap in. Make sure you go get the book, AJ's Dream. Make sure you share this episode with all your friends, family, loved ones,
Follow, like, if you
even your
haven't
haters.
already.
Share it to your haters.
Everything he said.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?